The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers Tuesday, March 25th, Taylor interrupts, Hope struggles, Carter steadfast and The Bold and the Beautiful recap Monday, March 24th, Carter dumped, Will and Electra gossip, Brooks kiss. Hello everyone, my name is Alana Duppy. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like up. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Monday, March 24th, 2025, is finally here. In today's episode, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, dumps Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor. Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, discuss the takeover, Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and Bill Spencer, Don Diamant. Plus, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, kisses Ridge Forrester, Torsten K. Make sure to check out our next week B&B spoilers, here. At Forrester Creations, Brooke and Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, debate about hope for the future. The fashion designer isn't going to stay and listen to this. Hope wants Carter to leave with her. Ridge and Eric Forrester, John McCook, warn that he's already on his second chance. Carter stares between them as Hope begs for him to choose her. The COO finally chooses FC over his girlfriend. Carter tries to explain that the Forresters are like family. Hope waves her hand and says goodbye to Carter, leaving the COO racing after her. Brooke won't condone Hope's actions but thinks axing HFTF is wrong. Brooke wants to talk to Ridge alone. Once everyone leaves, Ridge assures his ex-wife that Hope will be okay. Brooke thought the same thing about them, too. The blonde confesses it hurts that he turned to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, so fast. Brooke is willing to forget about all that because she misses him and still wants a future together. Brooke asks Ridge if he still wants a future with her. Suddenly, Brooke kisses her ex-husband, asking him to come home. In another office at Forrester Creations, Will and Electra kiss. The couple also discusses Bill hiding serial killer Luna in his mansion. Electra starts talking about her family being in control of the company again. Electra has nothing against Hope or Carter, they were nice to her. At the same time, it would also be nice if everyone could work together. She doesn't think that is possible, though. In today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Zen Forrester Dominguez, Delon de Metz, tells Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, that Carter was holding his own while in charge. The nose smells a good man in Carter. The designer can tell that Daphne's feelings for Carter aren't an act. The nose admits she's surprised by her feelings. That's why she almost ran back to Paris. Daphne thinks Carter has integrity. When Will and Electra file in, they all talk about the changes at FC. Daphne thinks the COO needs to walk away from Hope. At the cabin, Carter follows Hope inside. The fashion designer rages about her line being dead. Carter wants to continue advocating for her, but he's staying for the good of the company. Hope doesn't think there is any reason for him to be there. The COO says their love doesn't vanish just because a line is cancelled. Hope says he didn't fight for her, then adds regretting believing in his vision. She thought they were a team. As Carter begs for her to understand, Hope declares that he's just another disappointment of a man. Hope demands he go back to his family and leave her alone. Carter promises this won't be the end of them. The COO isn't going to let Hope push him away. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what is coming up next. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, March 25, 2025, are finally here. In tomorrow's episode, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, interrupts Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Ridge Forrester, Torsten K. Get updates on the latest news about The Bold and the Beautiful, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Meanwhile, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, struggles to look past Carter Walton's, Lawrence St. Victor, betrayal. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. On Tuesday, March 25th, fans can expect Brooke to continue begging Ridge to take her back. In the middle of Brooke's reunion plea, there is an unexpected interruption. Make sure to check out our next week B&B spoilers, here. It's Taylor, who comes to see Ridge only to find Brooke begging her ex-husband to take her back yet again. It's not clear why Brooke thinks she has any more of a chance than during the takeover. Hope's actions were only part of Ridge's fury. The other part was looking at Brooke's job acceptance as a betrayal. Of course, when Taylor walks into the room, she will know exactly what's going on. Taylor has said repeatedly that she's confident in her relationship and doesn't worry about Brooke. Saying it and believing it are two different things, though. After all, Brooke did just kiss another woman's man. It doesn't matter if Ridge used to belong to Brooke, he's with someone else now. Not to mention that Lang's acting skills are worth much more than constantly begging a taken man to reunite. It would be nice to see Brooke have the same, "I don't need a man" attitude that Taylor's had recently. Now, later in the week, this scene leads to Ridge having to choose between the two women. Wait, I thought Ridge already chose Taylor. Did I miss something? In any case, Ridge will probably pick Taylor once again. At least, until Taylor does something Ridge considers unforgivable, then he'll bounce back to Brooke again. The beautiful spoilers for tomorrow reveal that Hope will continue to struggle. The fashion designer thinks Carter betrayed her. What is this? Despite Carter begging Hope to understand his point of view, she's angry and full of rage. Hope already dumped Carter, but he went chasing after her. That was probably a mistake as she delivered some harsh words to the COO. Over in Carter's court, he will remain steadfast in his love for Hope. However, the Forrester family now has Carter back. So, their next move will probably be to stop Carter from running after Hope. That is where Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilare, will come in, so stay tuned. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what is coming up next. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease there's a shocking twist that makes Steffy Forrester's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, betrayal look minor. And this twist will shock everyone, the Logans, the Spencers, and the Forresters. It might even shock Hope Logan, Annika Noel, herself. When we caught a glimpse of the upcoming week's preview for B&B on March 24th, we could hardly believe what we heard. "Until you take responsibility," Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, exclaimed to her daughter Hope, "I have no sympathy for you." Really, none at all. That stings. If you can't depend on your mother for support, who can you turn to? Honestly, we were more taken aback by Brooke's reaction than by Steffy's. Remember how Steffy dismissed her father and grandfather's commitment to Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, put hope for the future on hold, and sent Hope packing? That was certainly harsh, reminiscent of Stephanie Forrester's, Susan Flannery, infamous disregard for promises she deemed unworthy in the first place. However, for Brooke to not only betray her daughter but also to drive the betrayal home with such force is truly shocking. Moreover, it's worth noting that Brooke's own situation is precarious. She's taking a significant risk by casting stones. Remember, not long ago, Brooke had no qualms about taking control of Forrester Creations when Destiny, Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., chose to stay with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, instead of her. That clever maneuver has certainly worked in Brooke's favor. Is this really so different from what Hope urged Carter to do after Steffy let her go? Additionally, Hope has given Brooke numerous chances over the years. In fact, she has stood up for Brooke repeatedly when others labeled her an opportunist who uses sex as her main leverage. Hope even overlooked Brooke's inability to distinguish between Ridge and her daughter's young, attractive boyfriend during their encounter at the high school graduation party. Claiming he was wearing a mask, about Oliver Jones, Zach Conroy, hardly suffices as an excuse for someone as familiar with the dressmaker's physique as Brooke. So, where does this leave Hope? If Brooke has truly abandoned her, Hope is left to navigate this journey alone. Dad Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, may want to be there for his family, but let's face it, Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, is quite unstable, even if she has been less violent lately. And Carter, forget about it, he handed Hope back to Steffy, who is not exactly kind. Their relationship is over, even if it hasn't been officially shown yet. Perhaps Hope will decide to leave L.A. After all, Beth Spencer, Jordan Lynn Ariza, would be safe with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, so why not take the opportunity? The intriguing part of this scenario is Hope's potential return. Would she come back alone, or would she bring Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, with her? You won't believe this, Steffy, we can picture her saying, I suddenly realized there's no reason not to marry Thomas, and that's exactly what I just did, surprise. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks are here. From March 24th to April 4th, 2025, fans can expect Deacon Sharp, Sean Konna, to explode over Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Speaking of Luna, she connects with Will Spencer, Crew Morrow. Plus, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is heartbroken and disgraced. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. At Forrester Creations, Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, will need to make a decision about Ridge Forrester's, Torsten K., ultimatum. It seems Carter will end up taking Ridge's deal, which means Hope is out. While Hope is heartbroken, she actually stays with Carter at least for the week. The fashion designer will have a hard time getting past her boyfriend's betrayal, though. While Hope is grappling with her losses, Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, makes another move on Carter. There will also be a scene that shows Daphne telling Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, that Carter can't ever find out the truth. Daphne will also open up to Zen Forrester Dominguez, Delon de Metz, once again. Back to Hope, she is blasted by her own mother. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, also tells Hope she has zero empathy for her. Brooke will once again try to get back with Ridge. However, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, interrupts. What should make this time any different than the others for Bridge? There will also be a special mother/daughter episode written and directed by Heather Tom, Katie Logan. There is also how Deacon will react to Sheila Carter Sharp's, Kimberlyn Brown, about becoming a grandmother again. Of course, this is no baby that Sheila will be talking about. The server will be surprised by her husband's reaction, though. Speaking of Luna, she has a chat with Will at Il Giardino. Luna wants to repay the Spencer family for their kindness, or so the pardon killer claims. How will Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, react to learning that Luna is a free woman? The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks reveal that Steffy will probably find out about Luna and Sheila's connection. Steffy will think it is terribly dangerous and will step up her efforts to stop it. Steffy already told John, Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, to put Luna back in prison. With Luna not technically committing any crimes, though, how far will Steffy go? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what is coming up next. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel B&B Official Update and stay with TUS.